Stephanie Laudenslager has another form of obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Okay. Red lights.
Her obsessions centre around her baby son, Jake.
When I come to stop signs, I have to look at him while I'm stationary for fear that someone's going to come up and take him, open the door. I have to start the car before I take my eyes off him. Ah! When I'm moving, I figure nobody can get to him.
Stephanie's protective maternal instincts have gone into overdrive. It's a form of OCD that sometimes afflicts new mothers. Like many people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, Stephanie also has a fear of contamination. She avoids litter or spots on the pavement in case the wheels of the buggy touch something deadly. Passers-by pose a double threat. They could kidnap Jake or contaminate him.
Sometimes it's hard for me to go for a walk because I can never get home, because I'm constantly having to turn around and go the other way because there's somebody coming. If somebody's walking towards me, then I get frantic.
No, please keep him on a leash.
And it's a fear of never knowing if he was contaminated. It's like I'll never know if that person who walked by touched him. And that will eat away at me.
Stephanie is particularly obsessed with one source of danger.
If I had to be specific, I would say AIDS is probably my number one fear, or anything that's contracted through bodily fluids.
Before Jake was born, Stephanie was diagnosed as having OCD. Her obsessional fear of contamination leads to compulsive rituals which she uses to manage her anxiety.
When I am going to interact with Jake in some way, I have to be certain my hands have been just cleaned. And they have to be scoured clean.
The urge to perform these compulsions is so strong that in this half hour, Stephanie washed her hands 22 times.
It's torturous. I wash my hands continuously. I know I try to stop myself, but it's almost like my feet begin moving for the sink, and I'm trying to tell myself not to do it, but I'm desperate and I have to.
And the washing ritual is complex and has to be performed absolutely correctly 3 times.
I have to lather up my hands completely, drawing my fingers through my other hand. The water has to be as hot as it can be. I start with my forefinger and scrape under my left thumb, and then I switch to my thumbnail and go to my forefinger, the middle finger, ring finger, and then I get to the pinky and I switch to this hand and go back and forth several times, and that just gets the first layer of contamination off, because I still feel, since I scraped under my nails, that it's somewhere on me. So I have to get another pump and do it all over again. And this is really the one that I feel cleans me, because now my nails are clean, and now I'm just going to scrub my hands. And then I have to do a finishing rinse. This is the part that's hard because the water's really hot, burning, but sometimes I keep my hands under there just to feel better. And then I get my towel, and I will be careful not to touch the garbage when I put this in, so I have to, and it touched my hand, so I'm back. But it dries your hands out and your hands crack, and then it gets to the point where I can't close them more than this because the knuckles will crack open and bleed.
It's always been there. It's been noticeable, but it's been manageable. We could joke about it. We could kid her about it. We could do things, to set her off. But it wasn't an issue until Jake was born, our son Jake. Since then, it's been uncontrollable.
She's about to start treatment, and her soon-to-be therapist recognises that she's not a straightforward case.
Stephanie has what I would call OCD galore. She's got a bit of everything. Her main worries have to do with harm, but she is worried about contamination that might result in harm. She worries about not checking everything, which might result in harm.
When I unplug something, I stare at it because I'm not quite sure if I unplugged it. And I just sit there staring. And then I turn the light off, but then I have to go back and look again. And I might do that 5 times.
She has fears of symmetry, things being not symmetrical.
Like if I go like this, I would have to go to my right. But now that's 2, so I have to go right, left. But now I'm at 4, so I have to go right, left, right. And now it's still there, so right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, that'll be good.
She's got some forbidden numbers or lucky numbers.
2 and 4, I'll tell you, because of the letters B and D, which I avoid. Like, I would never name a child a name that began with the letter B or D. I even at one point thought, I don't want to have 2 or 4 children, I'll have 3. It becomes that consuming. That's like a logical decision to make, that's viable, that to choose how many children you have based on these numbers.
Stephanie's starting her therapy. She's been taking Prozac, which often helps OCD, but it hasn't been enough. Dr. Yadin has come to begin cognitive behavioural therapy. Today, Stephanie's going to bring in the mail, which she hasn't done for a year.
Okay. So how nervous is this making you? Give me a number.
It's 40 right now.
40 right now? That's
Maybe
good.
30, it's okay.
It's low? Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It makes me nervous to put it down. I don't want to put it down anywhere.
Okay, I will help you.
For Stephanie, who has a terror of contamination from bodily fluids, the thought of handling envelopes which someone might have licked shut is particularly repugnant.
Is recognizable.
The idea is to expose Stephanie to situations that cause her anxiety, but then prevent her from doing the compulsive cleaning rituals she normally would do to contain it.
40, maybe. Getting up at 40.
Okay, good, good. Just go for it. Just pounce on it. Don't be too careful. Good, excellent. All right, and now that you've done this, your hands are contaminated. Is it?
It's difficult.
Is it difficult? How difficult, Stephanie?
50.
At 50? That's okay. You can tolerate it. It's all right. Remember, I told you it's going to be very difficult for you. Okay? What could you touch? I mean, touching Jake would be too hard for you right now, would it? Okay, what can you touch that's not that hard? Your
The
hair?
couch.
The couch? You could touch the couch?
The back of the couch.
Okay, so let's do that. Ready? Good. And when you do exposures, I would like you to touch the couch everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I know it's hard for you. Okay. Can I do something to help with the anxiety?
Can you touch the couch first?
Yes, absolutely. I want you to touch it like this, okay?
Okay.
Stephanie's contaminated her hands, and now Dr. Yadin wants her to spread the contamination around.
Now that's very difficult for you, but you're able to do it.
It's better.
It is better already?
Yeah.
Good. You know, the anticipation usually makes it worse.
Yeah.
So you want to pounce on it as fast as you can. So you see what happens is, and the reason it's called exposures, is it's the things you've been avoiding, and you don't get a chance to test. You were very courageous already. Might as well capitalize on it.
Stephanie has to spread the alien germs she imagines are on the letter all over the couch.
I'm going to move so that you can do it.
Infecting the couch is one thing, but can Stephanie go one stage further and expose her son Jake to the germs?
Good. I like the energy that you're showing going towards...
I'm angry at it.
You're angry at the OCD?
Yeah.
Good. I like that. I want you to be angry at the OCD, not at yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm angry at your OCD, too. It's ruining your life.
Yeah.
I want us both to be able to...
I can handle Jake.
You can?
Yeah. I can
Let's do it.
Come here, honey. Oh, well, maybe not.
Good.
Are you sure it's okay?
It's wonderful.
You sure it's
It is
all right to do
okay.
it?
It's okay to do it. Yes, I'm positive.
It won't
it's
harm
okay.
him.
When we go to the higher items, I won't reassure you, but for the first time, absolutely.
I'm going to put him on the couch.
Good. Good.
Put him on the couch.
Yeah. Just hold him for a little while. Yeah, just hold him for a little while. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mommy. How anxious
It's
are
okay,
you?
though. It's okay to
How-
put him on the couch.
It is okay to put him on the couch. It is. Because remember, you just touched, and
Okay.
and we're just doing an exposure, and it's...
I'm not a bad mother if I do that.
You asking me for reassurance?
Okay.
You're okay? Hi, Jake. He doesn't know me very well. Good. All right. How does it feel? What are your suds? How nervous.
60.
Going
75% of people with OCD show some improvement with cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yes.
Our experience with other people who have this kind of OCD, or that many of them will get a lot better by the end of treatment.
No, it's making me feel free.
Stephanie has been through 9 sessions of her therapy now.
I'm well on my way to life again, and have made incredible progress in many small ways.
One of the most important things is that she can now let Jake pick things off the ground and behave like a normal child while she behaves like a normal mother.
I've been able to reorganize in my mind what is something to be fearful of and what is not. Jake and I are a team, and we're out there discovering together. Because for a year, I stopped experiencing things and looking at things.
Bark. Gotta look for more of those, see if you see any. See if you find any.
Something that I never would have been able to do before, I can do without even thinking about it.
Oops. All right,
I
bud?
can let spontaneous things happen. You can call that a cure, but the OCD's not gone. The obsessions, gosh, the obsessions maybe are gone. The obsessions are maybe still there. I don't know. It's hard to say when you become, who is normal anyway?